Thanks for a second there. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Guys, I don't know if you're going to believe me right now. We're good. But I'm actually, I'm all ready. I don't need, I'm prepared. First of all, okay, I don't mean to come on this stream and show off my stuff, but look how adorable this coffee mug is. Tonight, we're getting a little intergalactic. That's it. Why is that the only like Star Wars? Like it's not even jargon. Like I could use so many things. Tatooine, Jedi, may the Force be with you. All of those things. Today, we are. Let me go into the comments, see if anybody's here yet. Please say hi to me, and I'll say hi to you back. But we're going to be honing in on our cinnamon bun hair routine. Okay. I know you guys have seen it before. My Princess Leia hair buns. I think I debuted them about 2 Halloweens ago or something like that. And they're just adorable. And we're going to be making them every which way. We have quite a selection here. I'll give you a little tour of the bakery. Look at these all ready to go. So basically what you're seeing here, maybe let's get my hair off of it. Anything you buy comes with free hair from me, from my head, most likely. So we've got a couple of flavors here because people have all different color hair. So if you really want to live that princess, that princess from Alderaan dream, you've got it. I can sell it to you. I can sell you that dream. And yeah, I've got a lot of these to work on because if you guys are not aware, May the 4th is Star Wars Day. So we have a little bit less than a month. And I'm kind of behind. Well, I already have a couple orders. And so let's finish one off. I'll show you like what a finished one looks like. And then I'll fashion it for you. Hey, William, first time watching on the big screen. Wow, that's cool. It's like Just Paul the movie. Oh my gosh, I only wish to always be in movies. So this one's backwards because I picked the best sides, I realized. And these are how it's supposed to fit. So we just have, oh, that's what I didn't get. Of course. Thought I was prepared. It's nice and steamy and warm in my studio bedroom office today. I've just given up on like Reddit. Oh, you can't even see it. I was gonna say like there's just like pies everywhere. There's all different kinds of little foods, but we're gonna go with it. So I actually have to put this in the mail tomorrow. My client's been waiting for it. I only hope it's for May the 4th, so we got some time. So basically, when I'm putting these together, I just kind of eye it, and I ear it. I put it on my own head and I just kind of feel, give it a little bit of give, a little bit of pull. And then whoever wears it, it's elastic. So it will most likely fit anybody from, I would say that I have a smaller head than normal, or at least, at the very least, the average female size head. I never really knew how different female and male size heads were until I was working on my movie Galatea, and every male, including a little child, had the damnedest time getting this helmet on their head. And for me, I would just like, whoop, but they had to like squeeze onto their head, and it's just the old biology, I guess. I never really thought about it before, of course. So I think what I'm gonna do. I do this all the time. So the longer part's going to be this. So I'm just going to attach, this is what it ends up looking like on the inside here. So I'm going to cut a little slot. And then just slip this on in here. And if you ever wanted to know how I professionally secure all of my headbands, everything. It's crazy glue. This stuff, I mean, if you've ever glued your fingers together, you know how strong it is. And this is literally it. I barely ever have had excuse me. I'm trying to say like 5 words at once. I very rarely ever had complaints or any problems with these headbands falling apart. It would be a really rare instance of that happening. Ooh, and I don't know about you, or I don't know how much you've played with crazy glue, but I'm sorry, that wasn't even in your purview. It gets hot when it touches this foam, and it actually melts the foam a little bit. What do you think about my blouse, by the way? I don't know. I was checking to see if I wore this like on stream or video. This is one of my new favorite pieces of clothing. I got it from a resale vintage model. I've told you about it before, I'm sure. I think I've told you about it on another stream where I went to an Instagram model's house and just bought from her flea market, I guess. And this was the only piece of clothing that I actually got, but I absolutely adore it. So the way that this fits, it's really easy to get on too. The top part goes over your head like that, and you can get white or... Okay, so I basically just kind of tug and pull till it's like comfortable. It's like a little like comfortably lax. Because like I said, I think I have a small head for average. So I just try to make it pretty comfortable. I should measure heads. Like for selling stuff like this, I should know what I'm doing. I should know what the average is. Okay, so let's just kind of finish this off. I've been meaning to put this in the post office for a couple days now, and just kind of got hung up by meaning to do my taxes. I don't know. That's not correct. The top part definitely needs to be, unless it can be interchangeable, because the top part is usually longer and that's not longer. Let's see. It's kind of right about there. Okay. Let's cut it slightly. They seem kind of interchangeable right now. Because usually the bottom's a little bit shorter, but that's not what it's coming out to be. Thank goodness. There's enough room in here for a lot of hair, a lot of different size heads, and a lot of ears, and a lot of ear placements. So guys, hello Alejandro. Thank you for coming. William and Alejandro in the house. So I want to know if anybody else is a Star Wars fan. I have to admit that I have not seen any of the Disney movies. So all the ones that were made in the last like 10 years, never saw them. But I am a fan. I'm a pretty big fan of the original saga, the original trilogy. I got into them when I was a teenager, and particularly like why I remember, being so infatuated with Star Wars was because it was right around the time that I started drawing again. So I have tons of pictures. I mean, actually they're downstairs. Maybe for the part of the celebration, I'll go get my, one of my favorite drawings I think I've ever done. It was Luke with a Yoda on his back as they're training on Dagobah. So tell me, do you guys have a favorite Star Wars movie? Have you seen the Disney movies? Oh my gosh, great. I was scared for a second that I ruined this. Okay, so this is like upside down, I think. Let's see how it feels on the other side. So I think this will work. And it's kind of loose. So you can hear. That's one thing that's kind of a problem with these is that I definitely, the sound is a little bit muffled because my ears are inside just a couple little caps here. So I did make this kind of loose. It's comfortable. Like I could probably wear this all day, but also somebody with a bigger head, because I have seen customers that it wasn't fitting as well as it did on me. And so I'm going to, tend to make them a little bit looser as time goes on. Same here, William says, only watch the originals and prequels. Never felt moved by the new stuff. So I have a picture of the training on Dagobah, and I also drew Anakin right after he had slain all those younglings. I'm surprised at how much jargon I do recall from literally being a teenager. Because I still like Star Wars, but I don't actively like, what do I do with it besides sell Leia ears? So great. Oh, I'm so happy. See, one thing, I don't know if you guys are aware, but one thing about these live streams is that I get shit done that I'm supposed to get done. Supposed to do this for a while now. Actually, I might touch this up because I'm seeing a little bit of a little I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's bothering me. And I honestly, like, this is my art. Like, these are products, I make money, but also, like, I just want to make sure that I am representing my art in a way that I'm proud of. And so I'm going to very carefully kind of just give this a little touch up because it's bothering me. It looks like a mistake. It's where I ripped the skin of my Cinnabon. And this paint right here really just kind of shows that skin what's what. Just really fills it in. Because these aren't cheap, guys. I spend a lot of time. It's a very unique product. So I want to make sure it's literally as perfect as possible. The thing about fake food, though, like that's really helpful to me, as opposed to any other kind of mold that you would make with these materials, is that food is very often organic and imperfect. Like when especially, like, I found this when I recently cast a giant donut. Oh my God, did I post that? I don't know if I did, if I posted that on Instagram, but one day last week, this is how I spent my last Saturday. I went to the donut store. I went to the bakery, the local bakery, and wow, I can't believe I didn't post it. Or did I post that? Maybe I did, and I'm just forgetting. I went to the bakery and I got like a dozen donuts and 4 bagels. And I had to ask, and I see these people twice a week. I spend that much time at the bakery. And so I asked the young gentleman, hi, can I have a dozen donuts? And can we please pick out the roundest, most perfect ones as possible? Because I knew that's what my customers would want. They want really like the perfect donut. And so we did. We found all of the most perfect looking ones. And to be quite honest, they're still quite organic. Like I have quite a variety of shapes and sizes and heights of donuts. But I was tickled. It was honestly a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. This is the kind of Saturday where I'm like, oh yeah, instead of going out, I'm making literally a 10 donut mold. I'll show you the mold. It's not behind me anymore, but it's so dope. I'm going really far with this paint. Just try to blend that out there. It's going to darken a bit as it dries, so it's going to blend in a little bit more, but just touching it. Okay, that's much cleaner. I'm happy with that. Yay! Getting shit done on the live stream. That's right. Okay, those guys, I guess I'm just going to leave them there for right now. Not being very hygienic with my puck right now. There's just a bunch of hygienic, as you see, like the green and blue water inside of it. But sometimes I need to get better about like actually like squeegeeing them off and put them on the outside. Some of them are obviously, but so these guys, I actually do want to put them aside. Oh, I was supposed to show you my donuts. 1 second. They're sorry. Look at this big bubba. This is, I was like 10, right? 10. 10 donuts that I can print at once. I say print, I say run. You just got to know the lingo, I guess. So this is 10 at a time that I can make versus I was making 2 at a time. And this, as you see, is my filled donut mold. As you don't see the hole because I screwed it up one time. I don't remember how. And I'm like, well, I guess it's just a filled donut now. I just cut out the hole. So yeah. So, okay. So literally this is, I just put my hand in all the paint. Good job, Jessica. Okay. Just put this. We'll just put it right back down. I have nowhere to put it. No, I don't have room for this. Right on the donuts. Okay. So this is another custom order that I have. Somebody has brunette hair, I'm assuming, or they're just going for the classic Leia hair color. Coffee sip. William says, when Jess Paul sets out to make cinnamon bun headphones, that's right. She demands perfection. I have to. I don't want to disappoint. Somebody's wearing this to a celebration. So right now, obviously you can see that I have done the inside. I love contrast on my pieces. Nothing's ever painted just one color. So I am going to find the brown. I got it for myself already. Okay. Now, not only am I going to, So I wanted to mattify it. See how shiny these are? It just doesn't look natural. So I can either do a matte layer or I can mix it with dollar. I think I'm going to mix it with some dollar. And I'll show you what this is. This is kind of going to be more of a one swift motion here. Oops. Okay. So I've got this, which is called dollar. And what it does is you mix it directly in with your paint. I need something mixed. And it will take that nice little sheen off. I must have touched it because I can see some of my other paint on there. But we're gonna need a lot of paint here. And I think, let me actually read the directions on this. Okay. Mix about 5 to 8% with acrylic paint, 5 to 8% to greatly reduce the amount of gloss. Using more than 8% of dollar in the mixture can cause a chalky finish or leave a white film. I have seen that before. Geez, 10 or 8%. That's just like a little bit of a doop. Man, that's just it, huh? I feel like that should do it. Let's hope. let's see what turns out. I can't imagine that I would get a chalky finish after that, but let's find out, huh? So what I'm doing right now is I just want to even out, like I went a little overboard with the black. I just want it on the inside of that. So there we go. See how much neater that looks, and you still have that contrast, because what is usually inside, who has ever, I have to say, I don't think that I've ever had a chocolate cinnamon bun. Has anybody else ever had a chocolate cinnamon bun? But of course they go so well with the hair. Like Leia she wears chocolate cinnamon buns because Carrie Fisher was a brunette. So she has chocolate cinnamon buns. But I don't think I've ever had one. And what would be inside of a regular cinnamon bun would, of course, be that cinnamon swirl and sugar, and that brown sugar that's giving you the taste that you so love. And I think the last thing that we're gonna do on the stream tonight is to put the icing on this guy, because it's gonna need a little bit of time to dry. And so I'm kind of doing all of this work in stages here. Like we're gonna work on the other guys while this is drying, and we get shit done. Do those look about even to you? I think so. Getting a little bit of a glare here. Sorry about that. Mistress of the Fake Honey Buns, hello. Hi, Rhett. Welcome to the Cine Party. So it's definitely wet on top, but I also want to get the sides because they're also pretty shiny. And it obviously still looks shiny because it's wet right now, but once it starts drying down, hopefully it'll mattify for us and give us more of a legitimate cinnamon bun texture. I'm also gonna kind of take this, and my hands, let's just know right now that my hands are gonna get very, very messy. I'm gonna just make sure to dab all the surfaces so that we can get more of a matte finish here. And it's gonna dry, it's gonna be more matte. I've been giving my nails a break. Like usually I have just fantastic fake nails on for these streams, but I have been really just like, they've just been covered in crazy glue because that's what I use to put my nails on. I don't know if that's okay, but it's what I do. And I just want to give them a rest because they're pretty, I mean, I've kind of buffed them out so that they don't look like they're dying and hurt and having issues. I might have even got too much paint, more than I need, which is kind of rare. I'm always like suffering for paint over here. Guys, I think that's great. Oh my gosh, it's already kind of looking matte, but mostly because I've been using a sponge, and that's, yeah, that happens. Okay, so let's put these guys aside. Aren't they looking delish already? Like chocolate cinnamon bun. How have I don't even know if I've ever seen one in my life, because chocolate and cinnamon go together. In fact, Jessica's random anecdotes. I remember like when I first came of age, meaning when I first started drinking coffee and started to go to Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks, for one thing. Like I really grew out of it quickly, and started to find my preferences in diner coffee, watery sewage water diner coffee. And so when I started going to Starbucks, I specifically remember some of the first little snack cake, like little cakeys that I would ever get there, because I don't know what your opinion is, right? Poll in. Hi, Luke. Welcome. Little poll. Can I create a poll? Is that a thing I can do in the chat? Is create a poll? Do you guys like Starbucks food particularly? I'm not even gonna ask if you like Starbucks coffee, but like I had a cookie there the other day. Not the other day, like literally a couple months ago. A chocolate chip cookie. I'm like, this looks like a good ass cookie. It was probably expensive too because it was Starbucks. And I was never more disappointed by a cookie. I almost didn't finish it all. Almost. Not quite. Okay, so for this stage of the Cinnabuns, the Cinnawars, I'm actually going, and I'll actually just have it on me, I think. One thing I need to do is trim some flashing. So these guys are fresh out of the oven. No, yeah. So I started instead, like I used to cut the flashing as soon as I would demold them, but I've started putting them in a bag to kind of do it later so that I can keep the train moving. It's been so nice out. I'm like, I'm in California and it's been so nice out lately, but no, seriously, it's been super nice. I need some different scissors, my little baby scissors, right where I left. Look at these guys. These are sharp AF. So anyways, it's very nice outside. So I've been running up a storm, printing. I don't even know. I think the correct term is running my foam. I'm just out here living my best life, guys. I don't even know. But I'm running my foam outside and just soaking up the California sun with sunscreen, of course. And just trying to print as much of these as possible. All of these here. Okay, this is a good sign, I have to say. All of these can be put on the market for people to buy and wear to celebrations, which is great. It's great. I'm excited. I'm excited to have everybody live their best Star Wars life, at least if they want to dress up as Princess Leia. My garbage can over here. So yeah, so as you see, if you're still confused what this is like if my mold is like this. So when you look down into my mold, you see this little swirly shape. And then I put my lid on top of here and the foam expands and runs right out of it. Wait, I brought special scissors. What's also very funny about this line of work, this art form, I'm sorry, I keep burping and hiccuping. I'm very sorry about that. You probably wouldn't have even known if I didn't tell you, whatever. But one thing about this art form is that I really had to make up just so much stuff. Like, for example, do you see this pattern? I wanted sort of a pattern that shows like it's been on a cooling rack. And so I've probably showed you this before. I've made lids out of silicone that you can see through. It's clear silicone and they have this pattern on it from like a textured pan that I basically made the mold out of. And I think this is good to kind of wait and do this all at once, because instead of doing it really quickly before I'm about to run the next fake food, I can take my time and I can do it really well. Do it really carefully so that I'm not cutting any corners. Not cutting any corners here. And one thing about these scissors, you're like, ooh, where'd you get those, Jessica? Well, I don't know if I learned about what these were for from looking them up on Amazon, or if I knew to look for these after watching some of my favorite YouTube channels, because I love to watch Girl with the Dogs, and she's a pet groomer, and these curved scissors are actually for pet grooming. That's what I buy them from. I think I tried to buy them from her, but I don't know if she had any or had any special ones or something like that. Or maybe they were kind of expensive. Actually, I really wanted expensive ones because I bought a pair before and they did not hold up. This one so far, I don't even know if it was that much more expensive. Maybe it was because it's been pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. So tell me in the chat, what is your favorite Star Wars movie, if you have one? Again, this girl over here did not see any of the Disneys. I'm so sorry. Do you like the Disneys? Did you see them? Let me see if anybody. Let's see. William says nothing worse than a cookie that looks delicious and ends up being mediocre. It was so disappointing, my dude. It was so disappointing. Rhett, you're gonna have to self-medicate a bit to get to sleep tonight. You and me both. No, we all need something, don't we? I definitely do. But yeah, I think I've thought about this often, and this sounds like kind of an obvious answer, but I can't like anything better than New Hope. It's just so nostalgic. It started it all. It has so much history. And one thing that I think is very apparent about the original trilogy as opposed to the prequels, cannot speak for the Disney movies, like I said, is that it's all about character. You know, like the characters in the original the original trilogy are just so, they're archetypes. Like when I was learning about archetypes and stereotypes of storytelling in high school, they were already using Star Wars as the groundwork of like examples of like the old sage, which is Yoda. She can't remember any other terminology. The protagonist, which was Luke, of course, such like that. And so it's a very easy story to follow, even if you're not exactly into big concept sci-fi. Which if you're interested in politics of fake, intergalactic species, then jump on that prequel train, because man, was it boring. There's a lot more politics. There's obviously some action and then some coming of age kind of drama. But you gotta be kind of a different person, I feel like, too. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna say, look at this big guy. This is what ran off. Like I don't know if I was just like cutting away, but this was kind of like hanging off here. It kind of just stuck its tongue out and puked all over my outdoor patio. The Mandalorian was Mandalorian. I guess that is part of the universe. And honestly, there's the Clone Wars, which I did not see either. Sorry. Return of the Jedi for me. You know what? Return of the Jedi, I feel like that is one of the most classic and beloved movies. I feel like, that's a great choice. Great choice. I do love the classic trilogy. And really, I only say New Hope because it's just so nostalgic. Like, I don't even really think about it. Like, I'm not dissecting it for the movie, the what do you want to say? Like the technical nuances of everything. I just the cultural impact. It just always, obviously, like I was just saying, and I can go get it at the end. I have the original here. It's pretty sweet. I did this big drawing of Luke. I for some reason, when I'm about to say Luke, I always forget Luke's name, like Mark Hamill and Yoda training on Dagobah. And so I have a big drawing, and I used to sell it on my website, but then I started to get scared of copyright infringement. So I just kept it to myself. Yeah, I'm not about to go licensing Disney Star Wars for my merch. On May the 4th here in Los Angeles, I'm sure there's a lot to do. I think I've already found my event. I'm pretty excited about it. So we have, it tours all over the place, but Emo Night Tour, if you're ever familiar, I just closed that that mirror door, but I then went and opened it, and it happens literally. I close that mirror door like every morning for the meeting, as if it's going to make my room look any neater. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the emo night tour. I guess I can already show you. So I was going to wear some brunette. Obviously these are too dark. These are not dark enough yet. I need to do those. I was going to do some dark cinnamon buns. Why is this not dark enough? Are the other ones that dark? I think I'm giving my customer what they want before I ice them. My hair is really dark these days. Damn, I'm second guessing myself. I wonder what it looks like in the picture. Let's see. I literally had to go look at the picture of the thumbnail that I just posted, because I had a dark brown wig on in that picture as well. I'm sorry, I need to check this right now so that I don't screw up my customer's actual order. Hope I didn't skip already. I didn't. Okay. Oh no. That is the exact same color that I have right now. I think I'll make mine really dark though, because I really do. Well, I also want to see it. I want people to see what it is. Oh, I know. You know what this is missing? I was just showing you all my cards. Sorry. The original buns are missing a little bit of baking on the top. As you see with these guys, they're darker in the middle because it's supposed to be kind of the highest part, and so you'd be underneath the broiler and getting a little toasty. So I'm thinking that while it's wet, let's revisit. Let's revisit, guys. Okay, we still got a little bit of a wet sponge here, and I'm just going to mix a little bit of black. I'm literally just kind of coloring on there. Mix it up, see what we got here. Okay, I'm just going to brush a little bit in the middle here. I want to go with a light hand, just like my hairdresser, cutting a little bit off at a time. As you see, by the way, I didn't even know if I was going to bring this up. I don't know if you noticed, but the last time I saw you guys, my hair was dark, but it's slightly shorter. And actually, you probably wouldn't be able to tell. And gosh. So I went back to the hairstylist, and I was like, love what you done. I'm so excited. I mean, I paid her 3 times, but I think I needed a little bit shorter in the back to give it a little bit of a modern flair. And then I was going in for a modern flair, and I came out with a bit of like Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, Keira Knightley vibes, and I'm digging it. So I'm not complaining. So I'm making just a little bit toasty in the middle there. I think that would be welcomed, hopefully, if my customers seen any of my other buns. I think it's fine, especially because it's mostly, to be quite honest with you, going to be covered in icing. So just want to give a little bit more variation. Again, I love putting as much color and contrast in my fake food as possible because it really brings out the realness. I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my God, that feels so much better. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't do that like a long time ago. I might even go for a coffee break. That's what I'll do when I want to go get my I'm all done with my coffee. I'll go downstairs, get some more coffee, and then I'll also get my drawing of Mark Hamill with Yoda on his back. It just tastes so good right now. It's instant coffee because I ran out of regular coffee. So we're using what we got. But isn't this that the theme of my life? Use what you got. All right. Let's get back to cutting. These are all done. Oh my gosh. When did I do that? Right now? Okay. Sorry, I didn't even finish Rhett's comment, and maybe I should put it right here. I'm like, why am I even looking over here like a maniac? Let me have you guys right there. Okay, The Mandalorian was very surprising, like, for me. Book of Boba was okay. Oh gosh, there was also another movie that I think nobody liked, or did it? Did they? Solo? Did anyone see Solo? I did not. I did not see any movies made after 2009. I don't know. When was Revenge of the Sith? When was that one put out? I didn't see any of them. Solo seems like something I'd like. I love Han Solo as a character. He was the fun. He was the fun of the bunch. Book of Boba, was that a movie or was it a series or what? Oh, not much for the cartoon shows. Okay, Red also says you have a Johansson brunette instead of blonde Lucy character look. Oh, wasn't Lucy? Oh, wait, wasn't Lucy? Wait, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Ghost in the Shell. She had dark hair. Look, I haven't seen any of these movies that I'm talking about. Lucy character look going with your new look. I hope it's cool. William says use what you got. That could be on the unofficial Jess Paul lunchbox. A Jess Paul lunchbox? I've got a new dream. That sounds so freaking cute. Especially because to make a lunchbox is fairly uncomplicated. It was if I'm thinking about Barbie lunchboxes, it was a piece of plastic that clipped together and it had a paper sticker on the outside that was somewhat laminated. New dream. William, you're just outlining my dreams. Rhett says, I saw Solo. I didn't get too high on it. I love your language, Rhett. Book of Boba Fett is a Disney live action series. So they did The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett? Did it come after The Mandalorian? Because I thought The Mandalorian was still happening. And Boba Fett is not The Mandalorian. I'm so sorry I'm asking these ignorant ass questions, but I do not know the answer. When did we cut all these? I'm getting so much done. Did I cut this? Did I do this one already? Okay, we've only got 2 more. Oh my God. I'm excited, sorry. Has anybody ever dressed up as something Star Wars for Halloween? I think I asked that in one of my Facebook posts. What is your best Star Wars cosplay? Because the thing is about Star Wars is that there are so many great costumes and characters to be. I've obviously been Leia. Oh, let me show you what the dress that I'd wear. Because I was thinking of buying the actual Leia, a skimpier, because I'm going dancing. So I was thinking of buying the white hooded, but I hate myself. She's wearing head. She's covered literally wrist to ankle. Not really my vibe, but I do have this. You guys are gonna look at it and you're gonna go like, that is Star Wars blasphemy. Jessica, how do you think you're wearing that as Princess Leia? But I'll show you. Okay. It's right here. It's right up front. So, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. This is obviously a floral lace wrap dress. So, I mean, I could put it on. I could kind of like put it on over my clothes here. But the thing is, I meant to wear this for Easter, but I could not figure out how to close it. So it wraps like this, obviously. And then it literally has like 4 ropes that you're supposed to tie together. And I do not know how or where they go. So hopefully by May the 4th, I can figure this out. So this is literally a V-neck. It's floral. Okay, so you're like, in no way can that pass as something for Star Wars. But I figured that, you got, okay, I can't wear those. They're wet. But you got the Leia, okay, right? You got the Leia buns on, and you have these flowy sleeves, like I believe she has. I think she has bell sleeves. What do you think? Yay or nay? Can I get away with wearing this? Maybe I'll have to go for the whole Leia costume. I don't want to, because it's a piece of clothing that like I can't do anything else with. So this was the clothes that I had in my closet. But I will if it really if nobody thinks I can really pass it off. Also, sorry guys. Also, I've been thinking of doing something to my ceiling. Listen. I've really since I've lived here, I've been really toying with the idea of painting a mural on my ceiling. I am barely renting this place. Like I am renting without a contract. So that would be very dangerous. But what would they do? What would they kick me out before I painted over it? Like the thing is, this is the thing. All I would really have to do is agree to paint over it once I leave. But I know that if I did that, it would make me very sad because I would paint this beautiful mural. It wouldn't be too intense. I honestly just wanted to paint a sky and clouds so that I wake up and I'm always under blue skies or sunset skies. But it would be a lot of freaking work. Like honestly, the part that I would dread the most is like taking down my leaf canopy, which is all taped individually to my ceiling. I don't want to do that. I don't. Although it would look so pretty. My landlord, I wonder what she'd say. Because it would be so beautiful, but it would be so wrong. Anyways, instead of that, though, I was thinking that I would get a bunch of more lights, because one thing, I hate overhead lights in general. They make a room ugly. They cast shadows and it makes a room ugly. I want to be in fact, that's why like I have my twinkle lights, and when I'm here and when I'm alone in my room at night or not alone, stop, Jessica, stop. I can set this beautiful mood of like, you can see them in the back. You can see them in my mirror. Like all those lights. I turn off the overhead light. I just have my twinkle lights. I'm amazed that I've never caught my room on fire during one of these live streams, to be quite honest with you. But anyways, let's get back to cutting, shall we? That was a ramble. Let's see. Okay. I'm being schooled on the Boba Fett series. So Boba Fett series ends right at the start of the Mando season 3. I can't believe they did that much. I guess if they're going to own the IP, they might as well get their worth. Okay, and Rhett says, I did go to OU Halloween party one year. I don't know what OU stands for. Something university, I'm assuming. dressed as a Jedi master, took my amber light. Amber? Am I a noob? I've never seen an amber lightsaber. Ohio U, cool. I've never seen an amber one. There's green, which Yoda has. There's blue, which Luke has. There's red for the Siths. There's purple for Samuel L. Jackson. I've never seen an amber one. I must be missing out. I had a blue one that I got from Kennywood. It wasn't, I guess it was a lightsaber. I don't think they could brand it like that. They could only like say like light stick or something because it definitely wasn't official, I don't think. I remember when I was 17 years old. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I did this like a sexy little photo shoot in my backyard alone. Like I just set up. I set up my video camera and let me see if I can find it. And I just took pictures around my pool. It would be on my personal Facebook if I have it at all. Wait, let's see here. Oh my God. Am I really showing you guys this? I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see here. Photos. Albums. I think I can find it pretty quickly here if it's here at all. There she is. Oh my God. So I did this photo shoot. It was called I called it my last Skywalker photo shoot. Oh my God. Oh, I'll post these to like somewhere. I'll post these to the Discord if you guys want to see more, like all of them. I'll put here. Let me go get the link for the Discord. Don't switch. What the heck? Invite friends. Okay. So this Discord is just for everybody of the live streams. It's called the After Hours Discord. And if you want to here's where I was by my pool. Anyways, oh my gosh, baby Jazz, like let me see what year this was so that I can tell how young it was. 2007, so I was 17 years old. Huge Halloween party every year. I just like to be different. The saber. I mean, I didn't even know they would sell ones that weren't in the movies. That is amazing. Like to have an amber lightsaber. That sounds amazing. I love it. I love that you got something unique. Obviously, I like being unique, so I get it. I get it. So I'm just I did the you know, the way around, like really cute. Now let's go in on some of the inner flashing here. Come here, you. I was like, Jessica, I know that you love this shirt. Are you going to wear this on a stream where you're going to paint intensively? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll be careful. Maybe I'll like pay extra close attention if I'm wearing a shirt that I like. I swear to God, guys, all of my shirts at this point are paint shirts. I cannot get an angle where you can see both me and this at the same time, and I can see it. I just found an eyelash. I'm assuming it's mine, that's baked in to the foam. So I am not kidding when I say a piece of myself goes into all of my art. Make sure to cut all these little nubbins. Okay, we got only one more, guys, and then I think I'm going to paint the undersides, and then probably going to get more coffee, to be honest. Painting the undersides will actually be kind of fun because it's a mess. It's going to be a mess. William in the Discord says, I'll see if I can get my celebrity friend to watch tonight. She's a makeup artist, so maybe she'll appreciate your style and food craft. You gonna name drop, William? Give it to us. Oh, here we go. Oh, you got a new fan. My gal friend says you're adorable and she will watch. You have a new fan. Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello, and other creatives. Please come to my live stream. Hang out with me. Honestly, there are people in this world that are like, wow, Jess, you don't have any time for your friends. Like, you don't hang out. I don't know who says this, but if they did, I'd be like, actually, I schedule time with my friends every other Monday. So come and join. Honestly, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but with some of my friends that I have here, my IRL friends, we have what I call art nights, high art nights, whatever you want to call them. The privileged few who I call my friends. And I honestly can only fit one person in here at a time, but I've had quite a few people over, and honestly, we do this exact same thing. So you guys are actually more privileged than most, because I just fill my calendar with all of my hobbies and my crafts to the degree where, it would make more sense for me to have friends over, make snacks, and then do art all night with them. Like they bring their own stuff, whatever they're working on. And I did it for my birthday. I've done it with friends that I don't get to see as often. And we just catch up while I'm making a freaking mold or something like that. It's a good time. And it's one way where I can kind of get the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana style, and be doing my craft and my art that I love so much, as well as get to hang out with my friends. I feel like in this lifetime, we just got to double dip. We just got to overlap. We just got to, just got to do what we can with our time. Because goodness, I've had a little strife recently. Don't know if I want to go too into it, but man, I'm in Los Angeles to be making movies. And sometimes it seems like I do a lot less of that. Well, not right now. I was held up on a movie for a little while, and now I'm released of it, but I had to kind of change my whole brand. I did away with the blonde hair, so I'm not necessarily the same. I am the same person, but now it looks to people who are looking at thousands of faces a day. I'm someone completely different. So I had to take some time to figure out what I was going to be and do next, and stick with it. And now I'm just kind of, I'm on the road to taking headshots and becoming a new type. I really do like the hair though. What do you guys think? It's kind of all over the place right now. You're like, what exactly is going on there? But I don't know. When I think about a decade ago when I was, it was a decade ago. It was exactly a decade ago. It was a little more than a decade ago, actually. because it was the end of college, when I burned and or cut off all of my hair, and because I with bleach, and it was obviously a big mistake, and that's where I wore hundreds of wigs all the time, and hundreds, and yeah, I was at a place where I was so self-conscious about like having any kind of hair as a female, because I'm very hyper feminine. I consider myself hyper feminine as far as style goes. So to have such short hair just really bummed me out. But right now, I don't know. I don't feel like I've lost anything like that. It was all about perception. It was all about my own definitions of what femininity was, and now I feel fine. We go through it. We all go through it. You know, something about Star Wars. We're gonna go get coffee soon after we paint these guys. Something about Star Wars that I've realized over the last couple of years, it's similar with comic book superheroes, is that it once used to be like nerderific. Like if you like Star Wars, you were a nerd, you were a dweeb. But things like Spider-Man and Star Wars are so culturally significant that everybody's a nerd if they like it. You know what I mean? William says the hair works. I like the punk flow of it. Thank you. I'm trying to funk it up. I forgot. I always do forget a lot of the time that I usually do wear my nose ring. I should just get a real nose ring. Except I like the ones the fake ones I have a lot. But yeah, I hope that when I do my new branding, I mean, this is all up to me really, unless I get new representation that's like trying to boss me around. I want to stay edgy and youthful. Like I can, if I dress differently, if I did my makeup differently, if I, left my nose ring out, I could be a mom, but I'm not a mom. And so I guess it would be up to me exactly what I do and what I decide to do with my life. So there's that, which is the lesson of us all, right? This is what we all want to do. Okay. This is going to be fun. So we've got a very yellow, like this is actually spray paint, this yellow color that you see. And so I'm going to try to match my spray paint color. These are actually not. Actually, so these might get just normal, but these are going to be a little bit more yellow. So let's get these first. Do a nice solid coat on the underside. So if you've been following my fake food journey, I kind of explain how I've been kind of working with my process. It's like my own little secret class. Like if you watch my live streams, you will become an expert at making this food, whether you want to or not. This little part here. But anyways, one thing that I started to do that I think is the best move ever is I started pre-painting. All of these have been pre-painted. Like this is a pre-paint. This is the full paint. And I started pre-painting my molds so that when I literally go out to fill these molds with the foam, there's already one kind of blotchy coat of paint. And it's twofold. It gives me a layer of pre-paint so that I already have a layer done, because whenever I do my fake food, it gets many layers of paint, you guys. Like I, again, want to be really specific. I want to be very perfect as possible with this very unpredictable medium. It really is. Like I've really learned to hone it better than ever, of course, most recently. But it does have a mind of its own. I'm literally working with expanding chemicals. Like I'm working with raw chemicals, so it gets a little dicey sometimes. Not like dicey scary, but like stuff doesn't always turn out exactly like I assume it's going to. And I'm just trying to learn exactly the temperament of these things. Always do it in a ventilated area, kids, of course. But putting that pre-paint layer on there really is helpful. And as you see, it kind of dictates what it's going to look like too. Okay. And this paint that I have, it's a fabric paint, and I don't know if it's me mixing several paints together or if it's just, I mean, because I feel like I have in the bottle here when I need to make this custom color. But it's very viscous and glue-like, and it helps to cover up the raw parts of my foam, because again, I'm making these objects that are very flexible. They're very much like bread, and sometimes I'll get these raw edges where I've cut a little too much, or I ripped something, or something didn't go right, and you need to close those up just so it looks as neat as possible. And this paint really helps me out in that way. Though, I mean, I have to say though, it's not always the worst thing in the world if you see the sponge, because again, it kind of mimics the look of a bread or a cake. So again, I really did pick the best materials for this art medium. I found them. And while I have the time here, I'm just trying to make them as perfect as possible, so when I go in for that final layer, I'm going to be ready. Okay, moving on. This one got a little messy. I don't know how that when that happened, how that happened. But I'm gonna put this right here so I can see the color. I'm gonna try to mimic that color as much as possible, and then hopefully touch it up on the outside, because there's some messiness on the outside as well. So I'm gonna do a lot. You're gonna be like, whoa, that's way too much, Jess. And I'm like, yeah, I know. We're going to kind of use this as a little bit of a basin here. So these two paints are definitely not the same kind, but they are both, oh, wow. Ooh, that is yellow. But I'm going to basically use this here. Now, let's see. This is very dark. It seems dark and kind of green, but I want more of an orange color. So I'm going to need some different colors. Closer to you guys so you can see it better. I can see it just fine. Okay, so yeah. It's not too far away, but I want to add a little bit more nuance here. Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide. I do this kind of shit all the time. I'm like, I don't have time to switch it to its own basin or whatever. I have to do it in the frickin'. And honestly, it's helpful because the more paint that's added on to this piece, the more protected it is. I feel like that's still so much more orange. It needs to be in lighter. Well, not lighter, like the paint looks light, but honestly, it's going to darken up quite a lot, I feel. I hope that I really am only gambling with what I think this color is going to dry down to be like. That's what always happens. Like you have to kind of start out lighter before you go in for that exact shade, because it's going to dry down darker. Very viscous. I think that these paints aren't supposed to go together. Now this, okay, I think that this is looking really close, actually. So I'm going to take it out to the edges. Very viscous. And again, like, that's great because I need it. Okay, I'm going to take my brush. It's not that close, is it? It's very light. Hopefully it'll dry down a little bit. We'll have to check on this and see how this works, how this turns out. It's a little light. I hope it'll work. Because it doesn't have to match exactly when it's on the bottom, but if I want to use it on the outside, might be SOL. And my fingers are already touching some of the good paint. Becky with the good paint. Oh, man. Okay, the skin can touch the paint. The shirt cannot. Filling all those little crevices, so it's very finished and great. Now what I want to do is I want to get one of my sponges, and I'm scared. I have to get it while it's wet, but let's see here. So let's see, is this better for it or worse? I think that was helpful. I'm going to go all along the bottom. Oh, I can kind of bend it. That's helpful. Kind of just fill in that color. I wish that I might go back in with a lighter color, because I love when you can kind of see you can't even see it. Never mind. We're going to have to match these anyways, so I don't know what's going to turn out from this. Hopefully it just looks like it's at least in the same shade family. Just hoping. Okay, I'm just gonna let that dry. And I'm taking this color. And I think this will hopefully help to blend in. Oh no. God. Ah! Okay. Oh man. I'm covered in paint. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol. Get that right back off. There we go. Again, hopefully these are going to be covered in icing, so it won't matter too much. But I am making a mess of myself. I really tried to keep this spray paint color, but I don't know if that's even going to happen. I'm probably going to end up doing a whole other brush right over it with another color, because I do have to make these both the same. Oh, what a mess. Taking a little bit off the top there. They look like they're in the same family, but there's some major differences between the two of these, and they're supposed to be a pair. Now, I can't flip them back over because I think I've really sullied its place here. It's going to get all painty. So I'm going to get a new tray for them. Okay. Okay. Hi. Welcome to my live stream. I'm gonna just clean up a little bit here. Let's see. Anybody? Hey Val. Hey Jess. How's the fakery going tonight? We're getting a little bit interstellar here. Wrong movie. In a galaxy far, far away. I heard that. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor that Lucas's preamble, whatever you want to call it, the scroll in the beginning, said both in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago, in the future. And somebody said to him, George, that does not make sense. And he's like, you're right. Well, can I do anything with this? I feel like I just spread the paint around a little bit more. Tidy as we go. I'm gonna clean with me. I kind of need this tray. So just spray it down with some alcohol. Immobilize it. Oh man, that's rough. It didn't do what I wanted it to at all. Looks like I need to go get more trays. Need to go get more cookie sheets. Almost. This is rubbing alcohol. It usually just like cuts right through paint. Even dry paint. Didn't think you were coming for some cleaning prawn, did you? And I'm getting fingerprints all over these guys. Great. We're going to take a little intermission because I need a new coffee. And I'll bring up, once I get all the paint actually off my hands, my original drawing of Mark Hamill and and Yoda. You can make fun of me if you don't like it, but yeah. Can I how do I do that? Can I just take myself out of it? Oh, it said the audio is removed, so you can't hear anything. I'll just leave you guys there. I'll be right back. Hi. So this sketchbook is quite fun. I brought a bunch of art home from Pittsburgh to here, and I'm going to be basically creating a giant gallery wall on my staircase. Definitely some of these. William Stoneburner wrote an intermission jingle while I was gone. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a coffee. Oh, that's beautiful. I can just imagine. That's adorable. Insert the dancing coffee pot. That's adorable. Okay, so there's a couple cool things in here actually that I have found. This says works winter 2006 to February 2008. So I would have been 16 to 18 when I did these drawings. First, there's this one. I wanted to I was thinking I'd start some kind of, I don't know what, tequila. I don't even drink. I would never start an alcohol company. Actually, me and one of my exes were putting together a possible ale company with a bunch of horse heads on women. It's not the most, I was going to say it's not the most anatomically correct, but I feel like there's a lot of room for artistic expression and freedom there. Interpretation. So the next one is okay. I'll skip the Star Wars one till the end, but here's another guy you might recognize. Here's Dobby. These are the original drawings. This is the original pattern. I've sold quite a few prints off of these guys, but this was one of my little prints. I obviously knew nothing about like values because that book is like the darkest thing on the like I could have made all the other corners darker. Like I don't like that. I was a teenager, so I didn't learn that till later. Anything else? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. These are all cultural references actually, except for the Mexico. Well, I guess Mexico, but here's another one. This is actually one of my favorites that I've ever done in high school. At the time, I was also getting into rock music, the first iterations of rock music. Actually, can anybody guess? You might have heard me tell the story before, so you might know the answer, but can you guess which band and by virtue which song this painting is referencing? It's actually, what is this? This is paint. This is not paint. I think that the background is charcoal and pencil that I spray paint that I sprayed because with hairspray because it's not coming off. So that hairspray really held up. And then this is acrylic paint. I can see. Does anybody have any guesses? Put in the comments in the chat what you think this might be referencing, which alluding to. I will give you a hint. It is definitely one of the most famous and memorable bands of all time. All time. One of the biggins. And I was just getting into them. And this song was from their last ever album, which I found first. It was my introduction to the band. One of my garage sale finds. No guesses. This is actually referencing Penny Royalty by Nirvana. Actually, at the time that I did this, we're going to get real meta here. I was very sick with a stomach problem, which Kurt Cobain, if you didn't know, is very famous for having stomach problems. If I'm not mistaken, he had stomach problems, if not caused by, exacerbated by his drug use. And he would drink. I don't know if he'd actually drink Penny Royalty or he knew Penny Royalty to be a pain reliever. I never took Penny Royalty, but at the time that I actually did this painting, I was sick. I remember it being late in my bedroom at night in Pittsburgh, and I was sick with something that's called, I assume this is what it was at the time because I've had it twice in my life. It's a stomach bacteria bacteria called H. pylori, and 50% of people have it, and it only bothers half of people, and you take a Z-Pack and you're good. But I didn't know what it was, so I was really sick. My stomach was killing me. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat anything without pain. And I did this painting, and I love it still to this day. I guess my least favorite part about it is this. Like, I remember this splash getting away from me. It was it's like when you're drawing your eyeliner on, and you're like, it's getting too thick, but I can't stop now. I had to even it out. And I kept kind of like building on the splash because I wish it would be a little bit more streamlined, but it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. But I love the face. I love the teacup. Yeah, I love this piece. There's nothing after it, so I'll show you the Star Wars, the piece of the night. Pièce de noir. I don't know if I actually said French, but This is done in graphite. This is pencil, probably mechanical pencil. And it is Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. I guess I just drew their figures. It looks like I didn't draw any background or anything or any color. But doesn't Leanna look just so cute back there? Let me know which drawing of the night was your favorite. I thought it was very suiting though. Don't you think? Just throw all of my most prized possessions away. Okay, we're going to both paint. This one's done. Okay, we're gonna paint this underside, and then we're gonna do our icing, which I'm honestly so excited for. And that will end our stream. That will show us out. Oh, I guess I should post the stream. I mean, I didn't post the video link in the actual Discord, but I'm sure the right people are here. It's a little rough. It's getting away from me. All right. There. Okay, you guys. We're getting into the big stuff now. Wow, we're coming back to the beginning. That's not as dull as I thought it would be. The dollar wasn't as dull as I thought it was. Well, it's duller, but it's not. Uh-oh. They're stuck together. Oh, good. Okay. I think we'll be okay. So, very excited about this. Okay, so when my customers buy a custom piece, they are looking for a specific, I give them a swirl pattern. Do I have my swirl pattern guide? Not handy. I do have it on my own computer. So 1 second. You're just going to have to be surprised about what goes on here. Because I need to see. Oh, I don't have it here either. Great. I know where to find it. There we are. Okay. So here are the options. And my customer, if I'm not mistaken, picked that heavy swirl option. Let me go check and make sure. Because that would be a disaster. Oh man, I erased her order already. Let's just go with it. I'm pretty sure it was heavy swirl. And if not, I guess I'll make another set and just wear this. Going from memory, it's dangerous. Or wait, no, I need to look this up. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't want to take the risk. I'll look it up on my own. Where would I even see this? I accidentally canceled this order because somebody else had to cancel it, but I don't know where to see canceled orders. Let's see. Brown color with the heavy swirl pattern. Got it. Got it. And this is going to be a black plastic headband, so I'll put that on later. All right, let's do some heavy swirling. Okay. This is good. This is the funnest part of the night, I promise. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let me test out this. Okay, we're in business. Whoa. Oh, this is the really fun part. I'm gonna drip it down the sides. Yum! Trying not to make it look too perfect. I want to make it look really natural and kind of spontaneous. Yo, those are swirly. I don't know if I want to like tap it or just let it fall. Maybe just tapping it a little bit would be. I feel like that's a lot, but that is a technically heavy swirl. It's like you can barely see. Let's see here. I mean, maybe I went a little bit overboard. We're gonna have to see what the client thinks. I mean, I feel like I can see just as much of the color on here as I can on the original one. But we're just gonna have to ask. I just looked at it beforehand and I'm like, I got it. We'll have to see. Good thing I made extras. Though I was going to make those. The extra ones were for me. What do you think? Would you eat? Would you? Oh my God. I love the drips. The drips are great. That's adorable. Heavy swirl. John Jones, welcome to the party. Getting hungry. This is missing a little. Where'd that go? Yum. Let's do a little 360 without tipping them over because that would just be disastrous. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this icing might shrink a little bit. So this is probably going to be perfect. I did it, guys. I did the job that I always do. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this interstellar, intergalactic trip through space. That's some serious drip. Oh my goodness, Valerie. Thank you so much for that. That was an adorable way to end our broadcast. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another live Monday. I am your host, Jess Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for always being here. I get sappy every single week because this is the hangout that I have with any virtual friend who wants to come and join me. And I'm very grateful for you all. Now, I am going to go light a J and sit on my porch and just relax. Not like this wasn't relaxing. What a great Monday night. Thank you guys for being here. Yes. Thank you guys for being here and have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you on the social medias. Never going to say that again. Peace, love, rock and roll.